What is up, everybody? This is Rainbow, and I am going to be showing a little demonstration on dealing with the Lycanthrope. So, this is a Captain's Mode game that I played with some of my friends, and we are the Radiant side, the enemy team is the Dire side. We opted not to ban Lycan, just because, I don't know why. I don't think we knew the captain, and the captain just was kind of banning, and we just throw in our suggestions. But as long as he picked the heroes we wanted to play, it was all good. So I am a pretty active Chen player when I play with my friends. I like to play Chen most of the time, so I'm playing Chen this game. My team is SK, Nature's Prophet, Chen, Kapor Assassin, and Undying. And the enemy team is a Lycanthrope, a Queen of Pain, the Shrek, Venno, and Winner. So you see me immediately buy my items as this Chen, and I am like booking it towards the top lane because I have to get up there, place my wards, and get back down to my jungle in time for the game to start. So you have to know, basically against Lycan, you have to be aggressive against the pick. It's people say like, Lycan's OP, or they think he's first ban worthy, but he's really not that hard to deal with if you know what to do, which is why I think, like, I've seen a bunch of pro games and Lycan gets through the pick and ban phase and the first pick is Lycan, and that team ends up losing because the enemy team just knows to shut down Lycan. They know not to just let him farm in the jungle all game. They know to defend their towers when he pushes, keep lots of TP scrolls on them, make sure that they watch the map, ward properly against Lycan pushes, and that sort of thing. Lycan excels at pushing, if there's like going to be a team fight up, Lycan can either choose to fight in a team fight or push down your towers. And a lot of times in pub games, you'll fight that team fight, you won't be paying too much attention, and Lycan can push down one of your racks while you just you're busy fighting the team fight, and then you notice, oh shit, our racks are down. I know I've played a couple games where Lycan pretty much solo won the game because he was very good at avoiding attention. But not this game. I said, I don't want to deal with this Lycan. I want to give him a very difficult early game. So I decided the first negative 20 second mark, so really early, but only because I'm a Chen did I ward it so crazy early. And I didn't want to get caught out in their jungle, but I ran up there and counter-warded their two creep spawns. So you'll see this Lycan doing his regular jungling build, where he summons two wolves and runs towards the small camp. But the small camp's not going to be there, and he's not going to be able to solo the big camp, and he's not going to be able to pull. So those three things combined, Lycan's not going to be able to jungle. He's going to have to go into the lane. And unfortunately, we didn't have a very good top lane. We should have coordinated that better. We needed a really good top lane. But I'm going to pause right here. So here's what Lycan is faced with. Let's pretend you're the Lycan. Let's go to player perspective on the Lycan. So you're the Lycan. You have two heroes in your top lane already. So if you go up there, it's basically a tri-lane. You're not going to get much experience. You could walk all the way down here and join your solo Windrunner, but you know that there's a Nature's Prophet Undying combo, plus Chen is in the enemy jungle, obviously. What do you do? What are you going to do? Probably you're going to stick with the tri-lane, ask your teammates to let you get the farm. If they were good teammates, they would share, they would do their best to counter ward the wards and try to recover from this early game blow. But really these two wards are so devastating for him for the first like 2 minutes of the game. Excuse me. If you look, Leshrek has no money, and Venno has no money. So if they're going to get counter wards, they're either going to have to do some really nice last hitting and buy those counter wards instantly, or they're going to have to wait a while. It'll take a little bit for those for those wards to go down. So that'll take at least a minute to buy the wards, another like 30 seconds to send it to them with the courier, and by then the next camps will probably get blocked again. You probably won't see creeps in the jungle for Lycan to jungle with until like maybe the 3-minute mark or so, if they counter ward. So let's look at Lycan. So all of a sudden he discovers that his creeps are not there, and he tries to go for the big camp. I'm not sure if he can do these. He's at least able to do the little ones, but it looks like he might almost die in an attempt to do the big camp. Yeah, he's definitely not going to be able to do this. So big mistake by the Lycan. Obviously not the best choice, and now he's going to have to run away. He probably is not the most experienced Lycan player. Oh, well, it's first blood, but not very important. What is important is that this Lycan is getting totally owned. He's probably only knows the jungle route that is suggested to him. And he needs to micro that wolf. He's gonna die. And he does manage to kill the big camp, but look at how much he's investing into it. I mean, he popped a mana pot, he popped one of his tangos, and I don't think he's actually going to be able to kill this little camp. So this Lycan is royally screwed. Let's see if his teammates, probably Shrek, probably getting the last hit, so he should buy the counter wards. I'm not sure how good their communication is either. Like, the Venno should probably be buying the counter wards right now. Like, he has the 200 gold, he should buy them right now. But they might not be totally aware
Double damage.
The ward if they're not super good players. And this is a big mistake by me. I almost died here. I almost died. A ton of tower hits. I had a double damage rune. I thought TA was going to be able to stop him. And so Lycan DCs, I'm not sure what that's about, but do pause. So we'll skip ahead. Actually, skip back. I did talk about my first blood potential in my previous video about first blooding with Chen. Now I get lots of first bloods with this hero at level 1. And there is a nice centaur down here that I think I'm going to go for. And so down here we've got Nature's Prophet and Undying, so there's no stuns to follow up. So this Windrunner probably made a huge mistake to feed First Blood to the 3 of us. But, so the Lycan's up here getting owned. It cost me 200 gold to own the Lycan of my starting gold, but I am a jungling hero. And so I don't really need a whole lot of defensive capability. Now this Windrunner runs up too close, and she is scored. So pretty easy, like, you just come out with Shen, hope for them to push to around here. Here's their most dangerous spot, right here, this area. If they're up here, they have a couple different paths they can take, and it kind of screws up their creep micro a little bit. But if they're like right here, your teammates are right here blocking this exit, they have to run this way, and they're too far away from this this escape point. So this is the most gankable spot. You pretty much, I have to warn you, if you're ever going to go in the hard lane and there's a jungling Chen, you don't really want to hang out here too often. You want to hang back or get a ward. Here. But So anyway, back to Lycan. We've skipped ahead. And where is he? He's level 3. I believe, yeah, he is tied with us, with me and SK, with the lowest level in the game. So, Sand King's got a hard lane, and I think he did die once. I'm not sure.
Stop it.
No, he didn't die, but he just, he's against 2 ranged heroes, both with really good abilities. He can't Sandstorm because of Leshrek's stun, so it's natural that he is getting kind of wrecked. Lycan is still trying to jungle as good as he can. But it definitely messed up his early game. These wards aren't going to last a whole lot longer though. And I could have been faced with a choice to go back in there with more wards, and yeah, see, they just fell off. I could have gone in with more wards and continued to shut down the jungle creep spawns. But I didn't know if they were going to... I thought for sure they would counter ward them eventually. By the way, she's getting so owned by this tornado. And Lycan eventually decides to come down to a lane because he is getting so owned. And oh my goodness, is she going to die to tornado? The cool thing about tornado to go against it is that you can pop a healing salve and it doesn't cancel it. But I think it counts as HP removal. Oh, it doesn't? Not sure why it doesn't cancel it, but it doesn't. Here we go. And so now the Lycan is going to with a lot of damage. Failed at ganking and dying. And he's just getting so screwed. So, that's it for this video. And I have a video of my friends picking a Lycan. And in that game, it doesn't really demonstrate a whole lot other than just a Lycan getting its regular overpowered start. I think put Crystal Maiden. Yeah. Replay unavailable. Well, the replay is unavailable, but they did nothing to stop this Lycan. He got, like, if you look at his items and look at the duration of the game, it was a 40-minute game. He had Heaven's Halberd, Black King Bar, Mantis Style, and Flats, and 11 kills. So, our Lycan, I did, in contrast to being aggressive against a Lycan, when you have a Lycan, you go crazy defense. So, I set up wards in my jungle, at every jungle entrance. I made sure I had counter wards, all that stuff. I wasn't going to let anyone bother my Lycan for the first wild game. I played the Crystal Maiden, by the way. And I did so good on Crystal Maiden that I actually ended up being able to get an Orchid. But that is neither here or there. That game was just kind of a stomp. But in general, the Lycan is very, very weak at the beginning. So you have to protect your Lycan. He's so vulnerable. Like many jungling heroes at the beginning. There's only a couple that aren't, and Chen and Enchantress are the two that are not that vulnerable at the beginning. But anyway, hope that was useful. If you ever go against Lycan, I suggest you try this strat. It definitely throws a challenge at the Lycan. He has to think on his toes, where normally he would just be able to kind of mindlessly farm. So, hope that was informative, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.